Really good win. We've been working extremely hard this week. We've had about 8 days off, as you guys know, and so some of those things that we had been working on, I thought in the first half in particular, I thought there was a little bit of a let up there in the second half defensively, but saw some really, really good things that we did in the first half. Loved the fact that Henna was really good from the outside today. All of them. Strip has continued to be consistent. We got scoring from just about everybody, which is good, and stayed under our 12 turnovers, 27 assists, which is outstanding. So happy in the way that we came out in the first half. Just really pleased with the way we shared the ball and the way everybody, got on this thing. So.
All right, Skip, go ahead.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
There's a lot of really harmonious play, something we haven't seen a whole lot of here in the last couple of games. 27 assists, which practically doubles your season average, and a lot of bench points. You just talk about how the team really worked and what you had to do to get them to the point to complement themselves so well.
Well, I think anytime you have adversity the way we've had it, other people have to step up, and their roles change, and we talk about that a lot. You always have to be on the edge of your seat, ready, to come in when your number's called, and. This is a group, and I think about Henna in the game that she had today and just how happy I am for her, because this is a kid, and you guys have heard me say it, but, when I tell you this kid is in the gym all the time, every day, just working on her game, it's amazing. It's not that hard of a recipe. You work, you get the results that you want, and so we can go through everybody, but today I'm so excited for Henna in the way she was able to see that thing go in. I just think it's a matter of we've been without Beaumont, we've been without Lexi, we've been without Sid, and so we've just asked other people to step up and Henna, Strip. And again, going back to the Southern Indiana game, when I was very disappointed in how our post play was not good enough, and really challenged Lily and Strip. And then Strip, comes back against Penn State and has a perfect night. And then again, comes back tonight with another one consistent performance. So. I think that's sort of how it's happened. I thought tonight we played a lot faster, tried to get out in transition earlier. Really worked on that this week. I just think it's a matter of everybody understanding that we all have roles, but at any point our roles can change. And when I get in the game, my job is to impact it somehow, whether it's defensively, offensively. I thought tonight a lot of these kids did that.
Teri, well, two things. First, Sydney warmed up before the game today. I guess just where's she at?
She's good. We talked a little bit about maybe playing some minutes. This was last week, today, but we just felt like she's been pleased with how the process has been for her and feels really comfortable with the process, and so she and Ben and our doctors just felt like maybe giving her another week just to feel more comfortable. She's yet to be in. She's been in practice, but not in full speed. I anticipate that this week. So I think we'll see her in the last game on Sunday, non-conference.
Yeah, and then you mentioned the first half before. You got shot like 68% in the first half, 15 assists on 21 makes. Where'd that come from?
Well, again, I think it's in us, and we see it all the time, and we've been on the other end of it too, where we haven't seen those shots go in. We're more than capable. We do our work, so I'm okay with them continuing to shoot it, even on the nights that perhaps the thing doesn't go in. But you got to trust it. You got to trust your work, and. It was great to see. I'm always excited when we have, 27 assists on 37, field goals. That's pretty impressive. and got it in a lot of different ways also, which was, good. I thought we had a great inside presence with Strip, and then certainly on the outside, had some things go down for us.
Teri, you talked about Henna and her work ethic and in creating this situation for herself, but it also takes confidence too. Where do you think the confidence that she has gotten in taking shots, she's been taking more lately, where does that process go? And then your guys' confidence in letting her have these shots too.
Well, again, we always, Todd, and you've heard me probably say this before, your confidence can only come from your work first. And so, as I've stated, she's a worker. But here as of late with Sid going down, I think we've all seen Henna's minutes increase. And I think any time that you're counted on the way we count on her, and we value her on both sides of the ball, but she is a great defender and a reliable defender first and foremost. And then you just let the game come to her, right? Against Penn State, I thought there were some opportunities at the rim that she literally just passed up. And so the message was you got to also be a scorer for us. Like, you have to be a threat. And so I think it's a mature kid that's been in our system, heard the message, and then I just think, again, we have a tremendous amount of confidence in her, just because of the work she puts in every single day. I mean, there's no reason not to have that kind of confidence. And so I'm and I know her teammates. Nobody, I think, every one of them were so thrilled with how she shot it today. Also, but we need her to continue, just like Strip, to have that confidence when she comes in, to knock those shots down for us, and have an impact.
Obviously, an outstanding first half, up 24 at the break. But what are some things that you guys do to avoid getting complacent in a game like this?
Well, again, we have a veteran group, so. Now, I always have them, once we get into halftime, they have a board that they have things we're doing well, things we got to do better. And there were a lot of really good things that we were doing, but, there were some things on the other side that we have to do better. And that's how you get them refocused, right? You talk about all the good things that they're doing. However, for kills for us are 3 in a row. We had 2 kills, I think, in the first half. That's not good enough. And so you talk about the board being, hey, we're doing a bunch of really good things over here, but oh, by the way, we're not getting enough kills defensively. We got to refocus, coming out of the second half and be better. And I thought we weren't in the first 5 minutes. I thought the last 5 minutes of the third quarter we were better. But again, it's just trusting. It's relying on those veterans that. We've been in a lot of ball games where you have a lead, you lose a lead, and vice versa. And so, to have a lead is precious, and for us, we know what that means, that we can't lose our focus, and we got to come out and do things even better than we did in the first half. And I'm not suggesting we did that, but still, we kept our foot on the gas pedal, which was good.
You mentioned kind of earlier this year that you knew this team and you told them that it would take some time to kind of find a level, and you weren't surprised that they kind of stuck with it. But there's anything through this, like the first month and a half, and you got some practice time coming up with only 2 games, that has surprised you through this kind of period about this team so far, kind of as you look through the first 2 months of the season?
Yeah, I don't know that, Yeah, I mean, what's been unexpected is we haven't had all of our bodies that we thought we were going to have, right? You're never prepared for that. You go into a season, and you really like your depth. You like your depth on the perimeter. You certainly like, your depth in the low block, and then you get thrown a curveball. 2 of your guards that you're counting on a lot can't practice for a month, and we haven't seen Bo yet. So. Those were things we did not expect, but it happens. It happens to every team, in the country. So I'm not complaining, and I'm not playing the victim card. But we weren't expecting that, right? So our depth has changed on the perimeter. Now that we got Lexi back, we feel better about it. Got to get Sid back in it, but it has provided Jules and Henna really good experience, right? Really like real game. Not games where it's already done, right? There's a a big lead, and we can just get those guys. And not that those minutes don't matter, because we tell them always, whatever game minutes you get, they matter. And so it's really provided, those other guys some really good, experience in minutes. But there's nothing that comes to mind that I'm shocked about. This is a resilient group. They've been disappointed in the losses. They've been disappointed when we haven't played well. They're really competitive. None of that has left our basketball team. And again, it's just, I think, a matter of, and again, we understand that it's a daunting Big Ten schedule. There's no question, and we're still probably going to have some peaks and valleys in that. But I still think we're a really good basketball team, and we can score in a lot of different ways. And on the nights that we put it together, we're going to be really hard to beat.
Teri, you were micro breaking down parts of the defense, but it seems in the big picture today, with only allowing 61 points and having a stretch in the first half where I think you were 24-4, I mean, that the defense was there most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how you feel about it?
Yeah. I mean, again, our goal is under 65. They average right around 70, 77. And so, again, I thought early, especially in the first half, I thought it was tremendous. I thought that we let up a little bit in the first 5. I thought we were better in the last 5 of the third. Fourth quarter, I have to go back and see, probably not as good as we would have liked it to be. But we were also, getting some of those other young kids some time. And it's for kids like Faith and kids like Val, to be in a game, there's going to be some slippage, and there's going to be some mess ups with those guys, just because of their youth and their inexperience. But yeah, I think we were pleased. I mean, this is a team that averages 8 threes. We only gave up 5. 4 is a kid that we were really concerned about. She goes 2 for 6, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. 20 was another kid that can just air it out, and she goes 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. And so those kids that when we're prepping for that, we want to make it difficult for them. We did a really nice job.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thank you, guys. What's that? You had longer arms on defense. Longer arms. We were a little bit bigger, yes.